episode of my Let's Play of Satisfactory, and today we are going to start to prep for Phase 2. So, for now, I'm going to leave all of this running and get started setting up a small steel factory to help get through a lot of these, the phases in Tiers 3 and 4. Because even though basic steel and the transport don't need them, I still need to make the steel beam, pipe, and such, so... And then I also need to make the Xenobasher and whatnot, so... Need to get on this stuff, so I can get eventually to advanced steel in the Mark II miner, and other stuff, so... With that, I'm going to go ahead and select transport and get that partly started. So, but to start off with, though, I'm going to grab the 22 tickets. That gives me 30. So that I can then grab some more stuff out of the awesome shop, which will help with the base. So, and that's everything's pretty much. Okay. Oh yeah, it's the walls. A lot of this stuff. Okay. Half foundation, customizer, coated concrete. Okay. Alright, so first things first. Get the walls. Door. And then the roof. As well as the catwalks. That's 18. Okay. Oh yeah, roof corners as well. It's 22. Okay. And then really don't need too much more. But I'll grab the windows. 28. Alright, that'll be fine. I can leave 2 behind. So that's that. Store the remaining tickets. I can get started on grabbing a lot more other stuff. Okay, so I need more plates, definitely more wire, more rotors, and then the modular frames. So. Alright, so with everything like this has been building, these are actually building up, storing a lot more than I thought. So grab these, that'll help. And those are working their way through. I think, yeah. Alright, grab another 200 of those. So, go. So yeah, then I need to make the cable and grab some rotors. Do I have any in here? No, I don't. Alright, grab some rotors and then make the modular frames. Which I actually do have enough to make on their own. What about rotors as well? Not as much, so. Okay, let me just see with the rotors. Okay, yeah, they're still not backlogged. And they probably won't be, so I'm going to have to manually make those. Okay. That's just rods and screws. Okay. So, wait. Grab those. I think the copper has cable, so I'll double check that. And grab that and see what's there. For cables, Oh, okay. I never did make cables. Okay. So I'll have to make those on their own. Okay. Just grab a ton of wire and make a ton of cable. That'll work. So head back to the hub and make them there. So, alright, so with that, yeah, the rotors, yeah, alright, so with that, I will make the cables and the modular frames, and then I'll be back. So I'm back. I got the 30. I went a lot with the cable to give myself some extra room, and with that, I'm gonna send a chunk of it off. So now I know I'm still missing rotors. So now these are kind of in good sequence to this. So I'm not going to be too worried about the fact that I can't build up anything. So instead, I'm going to craft them and I'm going to siphon them off. Before they get too before they get too full. There we go. Mark 1. Remake that into Mark 1 belts. So I don't need to do anything about that. Alright. So that at least will keep those flowing. And as for screws, I might actually siphon off. Oh, I did have a storage over here for them. Okay. I didn't even realize that. Alright. Just do that there. So I think that's fine. But I think what I'll do is hopefully once I can get this actually empty, I can go ahead and make make a little bit more screws and stuff. So alright, so I'll go ahead and craft the rotors now. So I have 37. What do I need more of? Screws. Okay. Alright. I'll get started on these, and once I have 100 rotors, or enough to make the 100 rotors, I'll get back to you. So finished up the crafting of the rotors. Let's get these off. And away we go. On the vehicles. The basic steel.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and a rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Alright, so I'm going to need Yeah, screws. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is flip. Take this half here, split it in two, use all this, and then turn it into screws for rotors. Make basically another assembly line. Oh, actually, could do it over here. Yeah, okay. Then I can just go manufacture. I can just make the screws that I can then store here. For the rotors. I can make more rotors this way. Alright, so you're loaded up on power. There we go. Power's hooked in. There we go. Because this is sort of, everything's kind of stalled out, so it's not really making me anything, but it's not really losing me anything either. I think I've got it all set up properly, so. Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, well, I've kind of temporarily screwed myself up, but anyway. Alright, I'll go handcraft the screw. No, actually, why am I even going back to the hub? Alright, there we go. Make some more screws and be back. So, just temporarily gonna put those in there. And then get back to crafting some more. Alright, so it's screws are done. So that's gonna fill that up for a bit. Alright, back to more screw crafting. Those in place. 28 for a minute, so it's gonna be a little bit, but that's okay. Need to make modular frames anyway for 50, so make those and I'll be back. Alright, so I've made the 50. I need 150 here, so it's going to be a while. But I'll get these all loaded in. And I'll let the rotors finish on their own. And then that way I'll have basic steel unlocked. Well, I'll leave this running around and I'll make some more screws and I'll take care of stuff, and once it's done I'll get back to you for basic steel. Alright, I'm back. So, whoops. Now I've got 150 I need. I can go get basic steel production started. Or I can get it sent off, I should say. Oops. And away it goes.
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
Alright, so I've got enough, well, to get more rods and more iron plates, but I've got enough cable for the enhanced security, so I'll get that. And then after that, I'll get started on the main plan of the day, which was the steel. So I'll be back in about 45 seconds. I'll be able to send it off. And we can get going on basic steel. There it is. Alright. Away it goes.
Milestone reached. The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper. In the words of the engineer that first developed this tool, quote, "The Zapper kind of electrocutes things, the Basher straight up smacks stuff, while also electrocuting them," unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna and has been tested thoroughly. The engineer's noble sacrifice for Xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were.
So, got that equipped now. And I will start select advanced steel, even though it's going to be a while before I have anything open. But nonetheless, going to get started and head over to the coal node. And the pure coal node, which is over there, and I can get started on making some steel. Yeah, just right over there. So that'll be perfect. And I get the miner. I already got a miner on there, which I won't actually need. Oh. There you are. Grab you, and yeah, I'll get started on the steel, and I'll get back to you. Alright, so, well, been working away, and got the steel factory, as you can see up there, all done. And it has got three foundries with the coal and then the iron nodes up top. So feeding 3, and then feeding these 3 constructors. First 2, you see steel pipe, and then iron. So 60, 60, 120. Now I can, because while I was working on this, managed to get the Mark II miner. And everything is the Mark II miner. But I haven't fully updated the system yet. I can actually update this to probably more, because I'm putting in like about 240 iron. I think the Mark II miner is actually there already, so that's 240 coal. So that would work with more, but I don't really feel like I need to. considering I have the steel here, and then the iron here, or sorry, iron pipe here. So this is enough to get me started, and then in the next episode I can tear a lot of that stuff in the distance there down, and really get started on setting up for to complete phase 2. Because I need the copper, I need steel. I need copper for the wiring, steel for the versatile framework, and the smart plating I can do already, but I haven't been actually doing that. I've been syncing everything so far, so, and I have do I have actually the batteries right now? No, I don't have them unlocked, but I will have them soon for the batteries, so I can use, so I can turn the power hut you see there in the distance into basically battery storage for the area, and I can really get started on facilities and stuff. So yeah, so that is where I think I'm going to leave it for the video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you feel like I've earned it, like and subscribe. If not, well, try again in the next video. Either way, I shall see you in the next video. See you then.